What the? Does anyone know what that is? Welcome to D-Mod Garage. We're back on the Kira 1970 Beetle, and in the last episode on this thing we were finishing the doors. I've actually taken out the quarter windows because we're going to put some new rubbers in them, which we have out here on the table. I just thought they were a little bit, they weren't fantastic, so I figured we've got some new rubbers here. We'll redo them. We've got Mark over there. Mark's doing some work. Hello. We've got him especially over from Germany because, you know, he's an expert at this stuff. So this is the vewib running board rubber that Mark brought over in the suitcase so that we could save on shipping. So we're just going to basically scuff it all up. I'm not sure if we're going to use this spray glue or not to clamp them down, or the brush-on glue. We'll just see what will give us a little bit of an easier application, because this stuff, once you stick it, it's down for good. Whereas the other one, you can actually peel it up and put it back down, peel it up, put it... But I don't know, we'll see how we go. So, yeah, we'll get that done today. There's a few other bits and pieces. We'll try to finish off these doors and the windows. Matt's got to come back and finish the headlining. I think he's got to pick up the seats, and the door cards have to be done. So we're slowly moving forward on this thing, and then we will transfer it up to the top garage to do the rest of the mechanical work on it. Obviously the brakes need to be bled and other bits and pieces with the motors. So we'll continue on doing this here, and of course putting these rubbers in is not fun, because they just they go in and then they pop out, and they go in and they pop out. They're a bit of a nightmare, but we'll work it out. We'll keep persevering with this. You just got to use the little nylon tools and use your fingers like that, and you just got to try to push that little section inside here once you've got them in. They might even need gluing, these ones, I don't know. We'll see how we go. All right, we'll move on.
2,000 years later.
Okay, guys, we are back on the 1970 Beetle. It's it's a week later, actually. We had that door finished off. We've just got some other things here. What the... Does anyone know what that is? It's basically what's happened, and everyone probably will recognise it, because it is the 64 panel van. And it has changed hands. It's actually now here. So we've got to get this thing painted and get it out of the weather, which we might try and do a bit of work on this today. We've got to get the underneath of it painted, so we're just waiting for the weather to clear up, which it looks like it is. We've got some blue sky coming, and I don't think we've got any more rain coming, but yes, Oven Boy's now the proud owner of this 64 double door, so there is going to be some other modifications that we're going to do to it. So, and of course, Mark over here is doing some painting. We're just touching up the areas on the side here where we had to belt the edge over to clamp the rubber, so just putting a little bit of KBS. We are also cleaning up the trim, the aluminium trim here, just using some Scotch Brite just to clean up the metal so that we can get this front windscreen sorted out. So yeah, that's what's up so far, and we'll keep on going. Okay, after half an hour of flipping it onto its side, and we've just gone over the bottom of it with some phosphoric acid, because there was little bits of rust here and there, but it's looking good actually. We'll just have to wait for this to dry now, and then we can coat it with some KBS. There's still going to be a few little repairs down the track, but it's not going to get worked on for a while, because we've obviously got to finish these other projects. So it's really just more of a storage prevention that we're doing now. But we do want to get this thing coated up, and we're going to get it off the rotisserie so that we can get it onto some wheels, so that we can find somewhere to put this thing. So it's going to be a while. Anyway, we'll put this back straight and continue. All right, guys, we've got one of the running boards on, and we're just working off on the other side, and yeah, getting closer and closer. We've got a few more bits and pieces to put on it. we did buff up the tiny weeny mirror. Now, I don't know if this is an original one or not, but how cute's this thing? Pretty cool. Okay, let's move on. All right, you can see here Mark's getting the bottom of this thing prepared, ready for paint. Just scrubbing it off. So we did a little bit of KBS work under here, just to get rid of all the flash rusting, and now just giving it a bit of a rub back. We've got some black KBS just to coat the underneath of it, and it's going to be in storage for a while before we get back to it, but you guys will get to see that when it happens. So yeah, let's get painting. Righto guys, so we have put the coat of KBS on the underneath. It's just a real precautionary layer so that we don't get surface rust underneath it. We're not too worried about the outer panels on this because obviously it's all going to have to be rubbed back and gone over before we paint it. But yeah, there's a lot of work in this thing obviously to continue. We're going to be doing some modifications back to stock because Paul wants the dashboard to be back to stock, so we're going to have to undo all these all these big holes and put the grill back in here. So that's going to be a bit weird having to redo that, but that's okay. We've got the piece, so we can do that. I think indicators, we might put the bullet indicators in, not the bigger ones. I don't know. We haven't decided on that yet. But it is going to stay as an 11 window. We're not putting it back to a panel van because he's already got one. Yeah, so the grills, not sure. We've got to talk about this, whether or not we're going to put it back to a little tiny one down the bottom there. So I don't know. Maybe we keep that. The next thing, once this KBS dries, is we've got to get it onto its wheels. So get it off the rotisserie and get it stored. So I think we'll probably move these cars over here at some point. Both of those have to go to the tip. They're going to go, these two Beetles, because they're done. They're too far gone to restore. Obviously, we've cut them all up. And I think we'll probably just put the bus into here for now until we're ready to work on it. So because there's another project once Kira's is finished, which this one here is almost done. We got our running boards on and we're waiting for the windscreen guy to come and put the windscreen in, and then we'll probably take this up to the top garage to do all the brakes, mechanical. Matt's got to come back to do the upholstery of the seats and the door cards, and then she's done. Then it's ready for the road. So, and then another one's coming in.
A few moments later.
So we've got a bit more progress done. The windscreen has been installed. So that's all done. It's got a little bit of tint along the top here, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that all went well. The other little modification that I've made for you guys that are running these baskets, and you'll notice that they just fall off all the time, I've welded a little tab, you can see just on the end, and that basically bolts straight to the shifter through the bolt here, and that'll just hold this thing nice and sturdy to stop it, you know, falling off when you've got your drinks in there. So it's just a little mod that I did. I was trying to work out a way. I didn't want to go drilling through the side of the tunnel here or putting self-tappers or anything like that. So just a little piece of steel. Yeah, it does bugger up that plastic on the bottom there, but you just give it a coat of paint and you're all good to go. So nice little mod for later on once the carpet's in. For now, that will be it for this episode. So we will say ta-ta, and we'll see you in another episode.